Good afternoon, Premier, colleagues, members of the media. I'm pleased to have the opportunity to share with you today responsible measures that applies to the Ministry of Youth, Families, Sports, Community Development based upon the national budget allocation for fiscal year 2011-2012. We all recognize in our ministry that we are challenged, as we've heard as the common theme from the Premier's budget statement this morning, to do more with less. And with that understanding, we remain committed to improving the cost-effective delivery of services provided by the variety of departments under our remit. In particular, we will be emphasizing workfare, not welfare, as a common theme, while taking into consideration the need for compassion, sensitivity, a shared sense of personal sacrifice, and a spirit of community partnership, which is required to heal the wounds tearing at the very heart of our society. In response to the Honorable Premier's call for tighter fiscal control, the Ministry of Youth, Families, Sports, and Community Development will certainly comply without compromising the integrity of the programs and services we provide, even though our current account expenditures will be reduced from $71.5 million in 2010-2011 to $66.2 million during the ensuing fiscal year 2011-2012. This will mean that the following cuts will affect several departments. The ministry headquarters will experience a net reduction from $4.9 million to $3.7 million. Funding for the Mirrors program is reduced from $2.5 million to $1.7 million. Mirrors will only hold one residential session this year instead of two, which will focus on the 15 to 18-year-old age group in November, hence the budget reduction. Youth, Sport, and Recreation will see a net reduction from $12.5 million to $11.5 million. The after-school program will be consolidated, its budget reduced by $110,000 as a result of a few programs being undersubscribed and absorbed at neighboring locations. Grants to the Bermuda Cricket Board and Bermuda Football Association will be reduced to $200,000 and $750,000 respectively. We will work with these two national sports governing bodies to assist them as best we can in other ways, notwithstanding the reduced budget allocation, which is admittedly significant. Child and Family Services has been trimmed by $267,000 to $17.4 million. The psychoeducational program is reduced by $994,000 to $2.1 million. By making a more accurate assessment of various clients' needs, we believe that a fair number will not require treatment abroad, hence the reduction justification there. Funding for community and cultural affairs is decreased by $722,000 down to $3.9 million. Some organizations will receive smaller grants, others will not. And the Cultural Legacy Fund will be reduced to $75,000, which is a reduction of, not a mathematician, it was $200,000, so $125,000 is the reduction there. Financial assistance is cut by $1.2 million to $27.5 million. We will prevent abuses or attempts to exploit the system by implementing new qualification procedures and by introducing a new non-cash card that will help to prevent abuse of food vouchers that are currently being used. We will better assess able-bodied clients, refer them to labor and training for skills development or retraining to enhance their prospects for employment. The child day care allowance will only be eligible for those with a total income of not more than $50,000 instead of the current policy, which has a total cap income of $70,000. Human Affairs will see a net reduction of $1 million. This is due to the dismantling of CURE and transfer of its staff to the Human Rights Commission, as well as the transfer of Consumer Affairs to another ministry. In closing, let me say that it is an honor to serve. And as minister, I can assure you that the ministry has a dedicated team committed to delivering service programs and assistance to those who are most in need in this country. I can also assure you that the quality of services will not be compromised as a result of resetting the dial, even though we are challenged to do more with less. The Ministry of Youth, Family, Sports, and Community Development is the social services engine of this island community, and I encourage my fellow Bermudians to be even more humanely considerate of each other in ways that demonstrate genuine sensitivity, compassion, a shared sense of personal sacrifice, and a congenial spirit that lifts up our entire community regardless of who we are or where we come from. Thank you very much.